Have you ever asked yourself, what would happen if you refused to give up on your dreams, no matter the odds? Perseverance, the steadfastness in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success, is a powerful force. It's the fuel that propels us forward when the road gets tough. It's the beacon of hope that keeps us moving even when we're knee-deep in the trenches of despair. It's the grit and resilience that turn ordinary individuals into extraordinary achievers. Our journey today centers around the power of perseverance. In a world that often encourages instant gratification, we forget the value of staying the course, of relentlessly pushing against the tide until we reach our desired destination. But the truth is that the most meaningful victories in life are often won by those who refuse to back down, by those who, in the face of adversity, stand tall and proclaim, "I will not quit." Think of the times you've been tempted to throw in the towel. The moments when you felt like you're running a race with no finish line in sight. We've all been there, haven't we? But it's in those moments of doubt and uncertainty that the real magic happens. That's when we discover our true strength, our true potential. That's when we realize that we're capable of far more than we ever imagined. So why is perseverance so important? Because it's the key that can unlock doors to opportunities we never thought possible. Because it's the force that can transform our dreams into reality. Because it's the thread that weaves the tapestry of our lives, connecting our past struggles with our future triumphs. Throughout this video, we'll explore the power of perseverance. We'll delve into the stories of individuals who never gave up, and how their persistence paid off. We'll look at the science of persistence, and how we can cultivate this vital quality in our own lives. We'll discover that the power of not giving up is not just about achieving success. It's about shaping our character, about defining who we are. We will delve into the stories of individuals who never gave up, and how their persistence paid off. Consider the river. Persistent, unyielding, it cuts through mountains over time. A river, in its essence, embodies persistence. It flows unabated, day in and day out, without a pause, without a break. It doesn't question its path, it doesn't doubt its strength, it just keeps moving, keeps flowing, keeps cutting through whatever lies in its way. Now picture a mountain, majestic, towering, formidable. It stands tall, a symbol of invincibility. It seems unassailable, unyielding, an obstacle too grand to overcome. Yet, the river, with its unceasing flow, its relentless push, manages to cut through the mountain. Not in a day, not in a year, but over time. Not with brute force, not with a single monumental effort, but with a quiet, persistent, and unyielding drive. This is not a tale of the physical world alone. It's a metaphor that holds a profound lesson for us all. The river represents our efforts, our dreams, our aspirations. The mountain symbolizes the challenges, the obstacles, the hurdles that life throws our way. At times, the mountains in our lives may seem insurmountable. The path may appear too steep, the height too daunting. But remember the river. It doesn't get intimidated by the size of the mountain. It doesn't stop because the path is tough. It keeps flowing, keeps moving constantly, persistently, and in doing so, it achieves what seems impossible. It cuts through the mountain, carving a path where none existed, turning the impossible into the possible, the dream into reality. This is the power of persistence, the strength of constant effort. It's not about the magnitude of a single attempt, but the relentless pursuit of our goals. It's about not giving up, not backing down, no matter how high the mountain, no matter how tough the journey. Let's learn from the river. Let's embrace its spirit, its tenacity, its relentless drive. Let's keep moving, keep pushing, keep striving, even when the odds seem against us, even when the mountain seems too high. Much like the river, our consistent efforts can lead us to success. Ever heard of Thomas Edison? His story is a testament to the power of not giving up. Let's take a moment to appreciate a man who was a beacon of resilience and determination. Thomas Alva Edison, a name synonymous with invention and innovation, was not always the success story we know today. His journey to greatness was paved with countless failures, rejections, and setbacks. Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His optimism was unshakable, his spirit indomitable. A lesser man might have been discouraged, but not Edison. He saw each failure as a stepping stone to success, each setback as an opportunity to learn. Before he gifted the world with the electric light bulb, Edison endured a staggering number of unsuccessful attempts. Some historians believe the number to be around 1,000, others say it was more like 10,000. Regardless of the actual number, it was his unfaltering resolve that ultimately led to his triumph. Can you imagine the world without the electric light bulb? It's a sobering thought, isn't it? The nights would be darker, the days shorter. Our lives would be drastically different. And yet this could have been our reality had Edison surrendered to his failures. His journey wasn't easy. He faced ridicule and mockery, his efforts were dismissed as futile and pointless. But Edison, he was made of sterner stuff. He didn't let the naysayers deter him. He didn't let failure define him. Instead, he harnessed it, used it as fuel to propel him towards his goal. Edison's story serves as a stark reminder that success isn't achieved overnight. It's a grueling process, filled with setbacks and disappointments. But it's also a journey of discovery, of learning, of growth. And at the end of it all, the reward is well worth the struggle. So, the next time you find yourself staring failure in the face, remember Thomas Edison. Remember his tenacity, his determination, his unwavering belief in himself. And then pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Because in the end, it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up. Edison's persistence is the reason we have lights today. J.K. Rowling, a name synonymous with success. But do you know her struggle? Her name is Joanne Rowling, but the world knows her as J.K. Rowling, the mastermind behind the enchanting world of Harry Potter. Yet her journey to becoming one of the most successful authors of all time was far from a fairy tale. In the early 90s, Rowling found herself as a single mother, living in Edinburgh, Scotland, with a dream and a typewriter. The dream was a story about a young wizard named Harry Potter. She poured her heart and soul into this story, crafting a world of magic and wonder that she hoped others would fall in love with just as she had. But the path to success was strewn with obstacles. Rowling faced rejection after rejection from publishers, 12 in total, each one a blow to her confidence, each one a test of her resilience. But she didn't let that stop her. She believed in Harry. She believed in her story. So she persisted, refusing to let her dream die. In 1997, her perseverance paid off. Bloomsbury, a small publishing house in London, decided to take a chance on Harry Potter. And the world of literature was forever changed. The Harry Potter series has since sold over 450 million copies worldwide, been translated into 78 languages, and led to the creation of a billion-dollar film franchise. But perhaps more importantly, Rowling's story has inspired millions around the world. It's a testament to the power of perseverance, of believing in yourself when others don't, of standing firm in the face of rejection and failure. It's a reminder that success is not an easy path, but one that requires determination, resilience, and an unwavering belief in your dream. Rowling's persistence turned her story into a global phenomenon. And just like the magical world she created, her journey serves as a beacon of hope, proving that with perseverance, even the most impossible of dreams can become a reality. Abraham Lincoln, the man who led America during its greatest crisis, but his path to the presidency was littered with defeat. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, is often remembered for his leadership during the Civil War, his role in the abolition of slavery, and his iconic Gettysburg Address. Yet what's less known is the series of failures he faced before his landmark achievements. Born into poverty, Lincoln's life was one of struggle and hardship. He had less than a year of formal education, and he made his way through life largely self-taught. His first foray into politics in 1832 was a failure, losing an election for a seat in the Illinois state legislature. But he didn't let this setback deter him from his political ambitions. In the following years, Lincoln tasted both victory and defeat. He won a seat in the Illinois state legislature and later in the U.S. House of Representatives, only to lose his bid for the U.S. Senate twice. And let's not forget his failed attempt at becoming the vice president in 1856. In the face of such consistent failure, many would have given up, but not Lincoln. His resilience was akin to a river that persistently erodes even the hardest rock. Abraham Lincoln's story is a testament to the power of perseverance. His journey to the presidency was not a smooth ride, but a rocky road filled with obstacles and setbacks. But his refusal to quit, his tenacity in the face of defeat, and his unwavering belief in his principles and his country propelled him forward. And when he finally became president in 1861, he led the nation through its darkest hour, the Civil War, and paved the way for the abolition of slavery. He displayed an extraordinary level of perseverance and commitment to his country, even in the face of personal tragedy and national crisis. Lincoln's persistence led him to the White House and saved a nation. His life stands as a beacon of hope to all who face adversity. It's a reminder that failure is often a stepping stone to success and that the power of "I will not quit" can change the course of history. What do these stories have in common? These narratives, though seemingly disparate, are woven together by an enduring thread, a thread that's resilient, unyielding, and often overlooked. It's the thread of perseverance. Each story we've shared today, from the mighty river carving its path through the mountain, to the remarkable lives of Thomas Edison, J.K. Rowling, and Abraham Lincoln, is a testament to the power of persistence. Perseverance, you see, is not merely about weathering the storm, but learning to dance in the rain. It's about finding opportunities in the face of adversity, about turning stumbling blocks into stepping stones. It is the unflinching spirit of Thomas Edison, who faced thousands of failed attempts before finally illuminating the world with his invention. It's the relentless tenacity of J.K. Rowling who, despite numerous rejections, continued to believe in the magical world she had concocted. It's the unwavering resolve of Abraham Lincoln, who faced personal and professional setbacks, but never let them deter his journey to the highest office of the land. Perseverance is not about never failing, but refusing to be defined by failure. It's about understanding that every no brings you one step closer to a yes, that every closed door is just a detour, not a dead end. It's about recognizing that success is not a destination, but a journey filled with challenges, setbacks, and sometimes heartbreak. But it's these very trials that strengthen our resolve, sharpen our focus, and ultimately shape our success. The stories we've shared today are not just about the triumphs of these individuals, but the trials they endured. Their successes are not defined by the heights they reached, but by the depths they dared to explore. Their victories are not in the accolades they received, but in the adversities they overcame. Their stories remind us that the path to success is often paved with persistence. Persistence, the secret ingredient to their success. But what does science say about persistence? Well, let's turn to the fascinating realms of psychology and neuroscience. These disciplines tell us that persistence is much more than just a strong will or stubbornness. It's a complex interplay of cognitive processes, emotional management, and even the very structure of our brains. Psychologically speaking, persistence often stems from our intrinsic motivation, the inner desire to achieve and grow. This motivation can be fueled by our values, passions, or a sense of purpose. It's what keeps an artist painting even after countless rejected works, or a scientist relentlessly pursuing a hypothesis. Neuroscience, on the other hand, reveals a more tangible aspect of persistence. Our brains are wired to adapt and learn through a process called neuroplasticity. As we face challenges and push through them, our brains literally reshape themselves, forming new connections and pathways. This is why practice makes perfect. The more we persist, the better we get at the task at hand, and the stronger our persistence muscles become. Now, what about those moments when we feel like throwing in the towel? It turns out, our ability to manage our emotions plays a vital role in our capacity to persist. This is where emotional intelligence comes in. It's the ability to recognize and understand our emotions and then use that information to guide our actions. When we can acknowledge our frustration or disappointment without letting it derail us, we are more likely to keep going. And let's not forget about the role of self-efficacy, our belief in our abilities to meet challenges and accomplish goals. Studies show that individuals with higher self-efficacy are generally more persistent. They see challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. So, from the firing of neurons to the management of emotions, persistence is deeply rooted in our psychological and neurological makeup. It's not just a catchphrase or a feel-good mantra. It's a scientifically validated phenomenon that plays a crucial role in our personal and professional lives. Science, too, confirms the power of not giving up. So how can we cultivate this powerful trait? Well, cultivating persistence is like tending to a garden. It requires patience, dedication, and a dash of resilience. Let's dive into some practical strategies to help you develop this mighty attribute. Firstly, set clear and achievable goals. Setting a goal is like planting a seed. It gives you a direction and something to strive for. Make your goals specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound, or SMART for short. Next, practice patience. Just like a plant takes time to grow, so does persistence. Understand that success doesn't happen overnight, and every step, no matter how small, is progress. Thirdly, maintain a positive attitude. A sunny disposition is the best fertilizer for persistence. When you're optimistic, you're more likely to continue striving towards your goals, even when faced with challenges. Remember, the most beautiful flowers often grow through the cracks in the pavement, Another strategy is to develop a strong support network. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire you, motivate you, and push you to be better. They are the water that nourishes your persistence. Fifth, don't fear failure. Failure is not the opposite of success, but rather a part of the journey. It's the compost that enriches the soil of your persistence. Each failure is a lesson learned, bringing you one step closer to success. Lastly, practice self-care. Just like a plant needs rest to grow, so do you. Don't forget to take time for yourself, recharge your batteries, and ensure your mental and physical health are in top shape. Remember, persistence is a journey, not a destination. It's about the constant push towards your goal, the unwavering determination, and the relentless pursuit of success. It's about saying, I will not quit, even when the going gets tough. With these steps, you too can harness the power of not giving up. In the face of adversity, we have two choices: to give up or to keep going. Let's talk about the power of choosing to keep going, despite the challenges. It's a decision that's easier said than done, but oh, the magic that lies within this choice. When we decide not to give up, we're planting a flag in the ground, a declaration to ourselves and the world that we are not defined by our circumstances. We're choosing to rise above, to keep pushing, to keep striving, even when the odds are stacked against us. We're cultivating an inner strength, a resilience that's forged in the furnace of adversity. It's a strength that's not just about surviving, but thriving, growing, and evolving in the face of trials. It's about learning to dance in the rain, rather than waiting for the storm to pass. Choosing not to give up means embracing the journey, with all its twists and turns, its highs and lows. It's about understanding that failures and setbacks are not dead ends but detours, opportunities for growth and learning. It's about seeing the beauty in the struggle, the value in the process, the triumph in the trying. When we choose not to give up, we're choosing to believe in ourselves, to trust in our abilities, to have faith in our dreams. We're choosing to persevere, to persist, to press on, no matter how tough the journey may get. And the beauty of this choice? It's a testament to our indomitable spirit, to our unyielding resolve, to our unwavering determination. It's a testament to our capacity to overcome, to rise, to soar, to conquer. So in the face of adversity, remember this: you always have a choice. You can choose to give up, or you can choose to keep going. And in choosing to keep going, you're tapping into a power that's immeasurable, a power that's invincible, a power that's unstoppable. Never underestimate the power of not giving up. In the end, it's not about the number of times you fall, but the number of times you get back up. This statement encapsulates the essence of our discussion today. We kicked off our journey with the exploration of the power of perseverance. We understood that it's not the strength of the wind or the size of the waves that determine our course, but the set of our sails. The river that cuts through the mountain doesn't do so due to its power, but its persistence. Over time, the most resilient river can carve a valley through the hardest rock. We then ventured into the lives of individuals who have left indelible marks on the pages of history. Thomas Edison, the man who illuminated our world, faced 1,000 failures before his invention of the light bulb. J.K. Rowling, the creator of the magical world of Harry Potter, was rejected by numerous publishers before her story found a home. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, experienced a series of defeats before his legendary victory. The common thread tying these remarkable individuals together is their relentless persistence. They faced hurdles and setbacks, but they never quit. They held steadfast to their dreams and aspirations, refusing to let the difficulties of the journey deter them. We explored the science behind this tenacity, understanding how our brains can be wired for resilience. We discovered that the power of persistence can be cultivated and strengthened, just like a muscle. We concluded with the power of not giving up, the importance of taking one more step, making one more attempt, and believing in the possibility of success, even when the odds seem overwhelmingly stacked against us. The journey to success is not a straight line. It's a winding path filled with obstacles and challenges. But it's also a journey filled with growth, discovery, and triumphs. Remember, your persistence is your power. Keep going, and success is inevitable.